Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Alpine Aviation, and today I'm making a short video to show you guys how to make the 1/400 scale jet bridges out of the design sheets that are going to be in the description below for you to print out yourself. Also, just before I start the video, if you want to use some of these, my normal design, I'd still like credit for making them and designing the shape and such. But if you don't want to, for the normal ones, I'd still prefer you do, but I guess you don't have to. But if you want to as well, you can comment below and I can make custom ones for your airports. That's right, I've done it. The main one that I just did it for was a guy named Aviation 04. Your jet bridges are ready, by the way, in the comments of my last airport updates. On top of that, you can get the normal design and the 1/400 jet bridge design from the shareable Google Drive link below, and if you want to design your own decals onto it, just make a copy of the file, and then you can put whatever design you want on and then print them out however you want. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make the jet bridge right here, which is just a normal jet bridge, and then right here, I'm going to also show you how to make the mini towers that connect to your airport, which then you can also make side jet bridges and towers, which in this case go all the way out to an A380 gate in the distance. So it gives you more flexibility for where you want to put gates. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this today, and then, yeah, that's it. Sometime I'll try to make another update with routes, but until then, I'm going to show you guys how to make them. Okay, so right here, it's a little smaller than the one you guys would print out, but I've used some of the jet bridges off of this sheet, but I'm saving paper and ink, so I just decided to use this. So it'll look something like this. With all the jet bridge layouts ready for you to use. So first, to start, you need to start cutting out the shape of the jet bridge around the lines. So you need to cut in, cut again. You can chop it off so you don't have to fly around with the whole piece of paper. Chop again. Do a slight cut here. And then come around for the final cut. There you go. So this is the template for all the jet bridges that I make. So to start off, you start by folding the short end, which helps connect the jet bridge around in a square shape. And then you look for the lines, and if you have ink or even probably laser, it'll make it easier to fold right at the line just due to the fact that it's a little weaker in that area. And you just keep folding in that exact same motion around until you have what looks like a big rounded taco. And then at the end here, you just fold it over to make it easier later. You unfold by rolling out, like so. And then at this point, you just wrap it inwards. As you can see, now it's a perfect tube. It's super easy. I'll be right back once I grab some tape. Okay, so now I'm back, guys. As you can see, the way that it's designed, depending on the way I laid it out, I don't exactly remember how I printed it, but basically you'll fold it like this, and then the top is basically whatever the design is set up to be. If your design is facing up ways this way, obviously, then that's the top. If it's facing the other way, then that's the top. But for my case, I think the way I designed it is where the flap was facing downwards. So what you do from here is you put the piece of tape on the edge, like so, on the side with the flap. You roll it back in until it's in a perfect square, or at least as close to perfect as you can get with printer paper. And then from here, you can wrap the tape over, and it works perfectly over like that. And now you have a perfect square jet bridge that'll generally hold its shape. And at this end, I get another piece of tape off my roll. As you can see here, this is a new roll, so right here, I'm just going to trim that off because it's not sticky, like so. Then use a small, thin piece of tape. You cover over the end. or the nub. You tape it down, and you can trim off any excess, or you can fold it inwards, whatever you'd prefer to do for your liking. I wrap it around, fold it in, and there you go. Now you have an end to the jet bridge. I'm going to trim off that little corner to make it look better and fold easier. So from here, when you're attaching it to your terminal or jet bridge, you use the nub side and either use double-sided tape, glue, or you make a little tape roll, which I'll grab another piece of tape to demonstrate what I'm talking about. For example, with this, you fold it in half, and then you literally roll it like a taco, basically. And then it basically turns it into a double-sided tape, like this, in the camera. It's a little tape roll, stick it on the end, trim off the excess, or cut it before you even stick it on there for simplicity. I didn't make this one very good due to the tape and the fact that I have a phone staring at it, but you guys can probably make it better. And again, as you can see, it's still not perfectly signed up, but it'll stick on for temporary until you get Elmer's glue or double-sided tape. This is the weakest way to hold it on, and sometimes doesn't work. But now you're wondering, why the heck would you just have a straight jet bridge? Well, you don't. Depending on the length, there is a second page on the design form, which you do not have to print out unless you need to, which will be used for the, non-connecting to airplane jet bridge walkways, basically. And it'll also be used for if you need to use this entire jet bridge down to the very tip. It can be used for anything else you want to use, I guess. It could be used for extending it out the side or whatever. But since the main way my airport was designed, what I did is I trimmed off the end of the jet bridge like so. As you can see, there's a perfect end. I'll get another small piece of tape. You can also use super glue or such to attach the jet bridge in a circle, but don't use Elmer's glue because it'll unfold before it dries and get the paper wet and the ink to smear. Super glue dries really fast, so it works the best for this. Now, as you can see, there's a perfectly taped end, and then you find the top of your jet bridge. If you look here, usually jet bridges go in on, if it's like this, it usually goes in that side. So what you do from here is you trim the bottom edge, you get around. Since it's not attached here, you can just snip upwards into it, bend it outwards like so, just cut it off, and then this little extra jet bridge piece slides right in the end perfectly. And then from here, you get a little piece of tape again. You're probably going to want a new tape roll depending on how much of this you're actually doing. You tape in, you push it inwards so it is level as it can be with the end of the jet bridge. Like this. You tape down, over, around, and back. Bam, you made yourself a simple jet bridge. This will perfectly connect up to basically any airplane, small, large, connector, everything. And you can make it lean however far down, up, or anything that you want it to. It's very simple. It barely takes any time to make, as you guys saw, only about 5 to 7 minutes per jet bridge. So now that you've seen this, now I'm going to show you guys how to make the connecting towers. So say that there's some gates that are further away from your main terminal, but you still want them to be connected to a jet bridge and not a hard stand. That's where this comes in handy. So if you're going to connect this up to a pre-made Gemini Jets terminal or anything you don't want to glue on, I suggest using double-sided tape or my weaker tape roll method. So I'll be right back once I get the other sheet to show you guys how to do that. Okay guys, so I'm back. As you can see, this is a tower piece. I'm only going to need to make one tower, but I could make two. I cut it out of the sheet, which again would be the same size as a normal piece of printer paper. So as you can see here, this is what I'm going to make into the tower. And I'm going to start by doing this by folding it inwards, around again on the black line, like so. Fold it again on the black line, like so. And fold around a final time on the black line. Now I unfold it just like I did before. Wrap it around again. I get a small piece of tape off my roll. I stick it right on perfectly. And it turns into a small block. So this is already your tower. That's it. Except you would for these you'd use Elmer glue. You have to use glue to attach these, or double-sided tape and try to do it like that. And if you really don't care if it looks perfect, you can use another small piece of tape like I'm gonna have to do while I'm working on this table. On the very bottom edge, you attach it there. You slide it on, you stick it in, bam, perfect. Strong enough to hold, since it's not really a major thing. And for the roof, you do need glue for the roof. I can't think of another way to do it unless you just tape it on again, which may not look as good, but it'll work. So you don't need to buy glue. So for the tower, you cut out a piece of paper out of the scrap, whatever you have left. And in my case, I'm gonna have to use tape because I don't have glue on me, and I'm not gonna wait for the glue to dry while I make a video. So, small piece of tape over the top. You have yourself a tower. Really easy. And now, to connect the jet bridge. I cut out a jet bridge. Not using glue, but I cut this out to show you guys. With the space that I put in between each row of jet bridges, use the extra row of paper to make an extra flap if you are using glue or double-sided tape to attach it. Sorry about that, my video cut out. As I was saying, for this, you want to use the extra flap, have it bent down, if you are using glue or double-sided tape. If you're not, like me, since I only have tape on me, just normal tape, I'm going to chop off both flaps. So if you already know in advance, don't take the extra time to cut out the flap. Just make it like as though it's a 2 times the size tower. Also, if you don't want to print out the whole second piece of paper like that, and you make a jet bridge like this, you can cut one of these normal jet bridges in half, and it'll make the exact same height tower as the extension parts do. So for now, I don't know why I picked up the scissors there. I'm gonna bend on the small line again. Line again. So you just keep folding this around and around until it's back in that taco-ish shape. You roll it out again. You roll it over. But yeah, so basically from here, it sticks on the side there. Obviously you need to tape the corner with a small piece of tape. As with every other part in this video. Small tape wraps around. And then 2 small, as thin as you can do, pieces of tape without cutting your fingers. Really small. So find the top again. Attach it on the tower, slide it on. And as I said, don't take the extra tape to attach the fin if you're not going to need it to attach the tower. Or the jet bridge to the tower. Like so. I made this one curve a little bit because I'm working behind my phone by accident, but that could also work for you to make it curve easily. And then also, now that I have made the thing, imagine you want to connect a jet bridge to your terminal, like so. So for this, I can also use normal tape for now. On both sides, I'm basically going to do exactly what I did with the tower to attach it there. Tape on one side. Get it perfectly on there as good as I can. So the tower, I need to also put a second piece of tape on. So to support it for the video purpose. Like so. And really you only need to do one side of tape. Depending on whatever side you want. I'd actually suggest putting on the opposite side of what I did, because then it can actually move the opposite direction, so it'll size itself to your airplanes. So that's all for today's video, guys. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment, and do whatever. As I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys would like custom jet bridges with certain logos sized up by me and a special thing made for you, which I would put in the comment section on below your comment when I'm done, then just make sure to do that. Credit me on the design, please, because I took time to make it. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description as well for the generic ones, which you can make a copy of and design whatever you'd like on it yourself. But otherwise, that's all for today's video, and I will see you guys hopefully next week. So, see ya!